Oh, welcome to He Said.
She said.
Cast. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we went farther. Just He Said, She Said.
I'm like, whoa, what did you do there?
Added it. Yeah, we're eventually live. Finally, y'all. Welcome. It took us a minute to sit down there and get going.
Yeah.
What's up, Adam? Welcome to the podcast. I have to put my glasses back on. Excuse me.
I was just going to say, why are you talking to yourself?
Yeah, I do. I have to put my glasses back on. There we go. Because we have to read this article tonight, so.
Yes, of course, when we say we mean you.
I have to manage to try to read this article tonight.
I like your glasses on you, though, so it's okay.
Whatever it does to hide your face.
Funny.
I love that, but I still love that part in Liar Liar. How's my hair? Whatever it does, take attention away from your face.
Could you imagine actually having to do one day of that?
No.
I would not want to walk out of the house.
Let me see. All right, so I pulled up the article. What was cool? You shared this article actually with me today, and you told me earlier you haven't read it either yet, right?
No, I just read the title and I thought that it would be kind of cool to dive into it.
All right. Well, I haven't read it yet either.
Right.
All right. So we haven't dove into this article, everybody, if you're watching. So it's 13 common habits that couples who don't get sick of each other. All right. We're going to cover that. Are you a little nervous?
No.
Yeah, me either. I was trying to hide it, but
I was pretending for a second. It just didn't feel right.
Now, keep in mind, more than likely, there is no scientific evidence whatsoever backing up any of this research whatsoever of these 13 things that they do. So understand that, but it's still fun to just, read it and judge yourself. Perhaps not break up.
I'm interested to see what their examples are.
The 13, drum roll? No, nobody. All right, so 13, what do you think? What's one habit do you think?
That
it's oddly written.
Yeah,
right?
The wording of it is kind of back-ass word. Yeah,
13 common habits of couples who don't get sick of each other. Now, mind you, this could also be on whatever day you happen to interview them.
Yeah.
You caught them on a good day, right? They can list out some things, right? So,
but you can kind of tell those couples that just by looking at them, they genuinely look like they enjoy each other's company. Then you see the ones where you go, it's like they're running for recess the second they get to a party to depart from each other. I'll see you in about an hour, okay? Bye.
That was intense.
Yeah, it was. I was feeling that one.
It was really loud.
I was going back in time, I think.
Well, we also get to see a lot of times couples in situations where they're either selling their house or buying their house, one of the businesses you and I run. But so we get this, not so much anymore. All right. But we used to get to sit down with people that were doing that. And so many couples you meet, right, that are buying the house or selling the house. You see their interaction. And after a lot of time doing that.
Yeah. You can really see who's, or I can make my own observation, I guess, but like who's the dominating one in the relationship, who's the one that I can't tell you how many times I've seen the wives look at the husband and go, she just said no. They just get really irritated very quickly, like they're talking to a child. I've seen that a lot. And then I've seen in the reverse where the men are just kind of like, who cares? Just show me where to sign. There's
some I'm like, let me out of here. It's so intense, like you feel the intenseness in the room and you're like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, especially like for a sale or a divorce and they both want to be there at the same time because they want to make sure nothing changes last minute. And they're each looking at me like with their sideways face. And don't tell her.
Yeah, mind you, people are probably like, what the hell are they? We do some we actually run a nationwide company. I'm having issues with my headphones. I don't know about you, but I'm not, messing with them. I can't hear anything. So I'm switching. How's that?
It's better.
Is that better? Mm-hmm. There we go. That should be better for everybody.
Yeah, I can hear me now. I couldn't before. Maybe that's why I was so loud earlier, because I could not hear nothing.
Oh, yeah. You were quite loud. I was like turning down the mixer. I'm like, man, I'm capping out.
Baby, that's when you're supposed to go, oh, you were fine.
Yeah, you were. Oh, man, you were. You certainly were, honey. Oh, you were fine. Right? So what's one common habit, right, that you think couples share that don't get sick of each other? That's how odd that it's written.
I would say the biggest thing is laughing together.
Yeah, I'm not adding biggest thing or littlest thing to anything. I'm not going that far out.
I'm willing to do that, yeah.
You're brave. And what was it you said?
Laughter, to laugh together.
Yeah, to
That's
laugh
the
together.
habits. Yeah. When you see a couple that can laugh together, a lot of times they can get past their problems and issues because it's funny or something funny comes up and it just kind of kills the shit mood. Shit mood.
I don't know what that is, but I think you're right though. The laughter we just laughed over something ridiculous, but I think laughter is important, But I wonder how specific they're going to be, if they're like, all right, on Tuesdays at 7:00, right, right,
No.
or right if they have
I don't
rituals, right, or something like that. I think laughing is general, but I think is also important. I do. I think without that, right, you got to learn to laugh at yourself. Right, I think is some of the hardest part to do, especially in new relationships. And even after a while, right? Maybe you've been with somebody for a while and you're really trying to look to find something. But I think you're right, man, because being able to like laugh at, whatever odd word comes out of their mouth randomly on air, you have to be able to laugh at later. So, yeah, I like laugh together. A common habit, let's see, of couples that don't get, I don't know, maybe... certainly maybe share a hobby together, share something. Whoa, I'm like, did you hear that? I'm like falling off the chair. Holy shit. Brand new chairs. And I'm like, yeah, maybe you're done. That's it.
No.
Patricia has reached her laugh level now. Ladies and gentlemen, that'll be it for her.
Dude, look at us in delay. That's funny shit.
And for the next 5 minutes, she's out of here.
No, I can get it together. Watch this.
That was really good.
Go ahead and proceed.
I can't wait to watch that tomorrow. I felt like I was falling. I felt like I was falling.
You're making me do the bulldog laugh. Oh, shit.
Here's where she moves to level 3 laughter, y'all. And can you bring it down? Can you get it?
Yes, I can.
You weren't at level 3 then, because once you hit your level 3, that's a wrap.
No, yeah. No, but on my end, when I got to see you really...
See? We're approaching it, people.
It looked like
Got it.
No,
Got it.
It looked like you were like falling off of a
It felt like
cliff.
it. Did you hear how quick I responded? It was just like, it was amazing. So if any of you out there, I'm okay. Don't worry about it. I'm still all right.
I'm surprised you didn't do that lean back. I'm okay.
Try to play that shit off, right? I couldn't because I was speaking. It already sounded like I fell. That was it.
Oh, God, I just went from an attractive 12 to an attractive 2.
No, I would totally disagree because we're doing exactly what you said is right. Laughing. There we go. Now we're reaching.
All right, I agree to proceed.
Wow. All right. Yes, Your Honor. She, no. So as I was saying before I fell off of the cliff chair, I think sharing a hobby and something, I don't know, something you want to do together besides fuck.
Besides what?
Fuck.
Oh, okay.
Right? I mean, something, I don't know, something you can, because we're about to go surf all this year now. I'm so looking forward to that.
I know, that's going to be so fun.
Moving to the beach for the rest of this year, out of here, the little big city I call Orlando, but we're out of here, headed to the beach. But we're gonna like surf all year. I mean, we share the podcast too. It's fun. We look forward to this. So I'm also biased, right? We're both biased. Obviously, we laugh together.
Yeah.
And we share a lot of things together. So I'm gonna go with those two. Anybody watching have a suggestion? Remember the Wedding Planner movie, J-Lo, Years in Real Estate? I can almost predict who I'll. She can almost predict who will be the
Who's
next
gonna get a
divorce.
divorce.
Yeah.
You can't tell a lot by that. Just like, especially when they're paying so much attention to how long it is going to take them to sign, because they're like, I just want to get this over with. I've already been forced to do it anyway. Like the ones that just they're
not even on the
final.
title.
Yeah. Oh, I had to sign a disclaimer. When do I get to be put back on?
Yeah, it's Christy. You're right. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing good too out there, Miss Real Estate. Although, if you're anybody listening to it, if you're out in Claremont area, and you got to get some real estate done. Look up our friend Christy Pels there. Shout out to her doing real estate. But it's true. You sit with people all the time. You really get to know them. So I'm gonna go with we have first two. Any suggestions or thoughts out there for what you all might think?
You know, what about
this question? I gotta find a way to paraphrase this faster, right?
it's sex balls. How about just what are your favorite things that your partners do?
Yeah.
To keep
just
you.
went,
I know. I'm sitting there reading, going, State Farm. What?
So 13 common habits of couples who don't get sick of each other. All right. First one, behind door. I'm not going to read all of this. Now, mind you, we have to put a disclaimer on here. More than likely, not more than likely. This is not scientific. I promise you. It comes from bustle.com. So that should clear that up real quick. So the first one is they have established boundaries. Now, look, how did I know that they were going to take this? They're going to show nice things that they do, but really what they're going to do is have this little turn on where they really don't spend that much time together. They have boundaries with each other. They share nothing in common. Watch, it's going to be all these wow factor.
Their boundaries are going to be, I'm going to be able to tell you how I'm feeling at any time, and you're still going to love me.
Well, all right. So here we go. Boundaries are a key component for couples who don't get sick of each other. Sex and relationship expert, Dr. Megan Stubbs. I'd like to see her relationship resume.
That makes her an expert?
Right. What makes you a relationship expert? Because you study the dynamics between relationships. Okay, I get it, of human beings, social observation possibly. But I want to check your relationship resume, and I don't mean what you studied. Give me all 5 of your last ex-boyfriends and ex-husbands, and let's see.
Could you imagine? How was the sex with her?
Right. I mean, if you quote yourself as a sex and relationship expert, you better have reviews.
Yeah, right? That's funny. She was a 5.
Somebody, don't steal my joke out there, okay? Because I noticed Ricky Gervais, I'm serious,
that was so funny. The whole thing, I looked at you like...
What the fuck?
I honestly, it was so similar to what you've been doing that I was thinking... Dude, if that came out in 2014 and you're pretending that that's your shit.
Yeah, I was told he said that joke for like 2 years on the podcast. The bleach joke and depopulation, if you will.
Yeah.
The new purge for 2 months. So, yeah, don't steal if you call yourself a sex and relationship therapist, I'm going to need to see reviews on both of those subjects.
Right.
And ex-boyfriend's numbers or girlfriend's numbers, whatever. So... they're able to tell the partner, this is exactly what you said. Look at you. You damn near called this out.
Let me see.
That you didn't read this?
No.
Oh, you sure? Okay. Did you see that look? Gentlemen, if you could see that look that I got shot across there that's coming up, you would know. Move on.
Moving forward.
Yeah, moving on. They're able to tell their partner when they need alone time, and they know what pushes their partner's buttons, so they'll try to stay away from it. They try to stay away from it. So if you're with somebody that pushes your buttons, we're indirectly telling you you're probably sick of each other.
I don't know, because sometimes there might be, like, say if it's a person that every time she comes home from the gym, she has no regards for what's going on in the house, and she comes in singing and just doing all kinds of crap, and he works from home. That might be something that, gets on his nerves.
Greg Schaefer dropped something in there that they ride motorcycles together, have regular dates, hockey games in the winter, camp summer, and party with each other. I dig the partying with each other stuff, and I like it. They're sharing stuff.
Yeah, all of it. It's like they're staying young together.
Yeah. So Melissa, what's up, Melissa Aries? Went to high school with her.
Oh, yeah?
Way back. Yeah, my husband and I go to the gun range. That is, I wouldn't encourage that, teaching either one of you to shoot.
Is that because you know her?
No, Melissa would use a knife.
Oh. One of those girls.
Shout out to your old school ways, Melissa Aries.
Hey, we went shooting together as well.
Yeah, we did.
That was fun.
Yeah, we've done a bunch. Let's see. Greg was just prefacing my wife and I have been married 5 years. Never had the first argument. We love. Hello. All right, I dig it. All right, 5 years, no argument. They're just in the honeymoon phase. Can you believe somebody told us that? It was funny.
Yeah.
Not you guys, really, Greg. It was just commenting about what we were told once. So they don't push their partner's buttons, so they try to stay away from that. If everyone knows the ground rules, it's easier to play with the lines and minimize some of the pitfalls that come from not addressing the boundaries.
Go on. I'm looking at it.
That's it for the... Oh, look at you with the second one. They laugh together is the second.
Oh, shit, girl.
Look at you. You didn't read them?
No.
That's twice now, huh? Uh-oh.
For you asking, for you asking.
You said I got the breath and the look. Did y'all see that? Holy shit. Man. All right. You see Melissa commented, he knows me.
Oh, yeah.
So they laugh together is something that they do. We've certainly spent the last 48 minutes of this podcast laughing. Sorry for those of you at the beginning. The boundaries part, before I move forward. I mean, I like the idea of boundaries or setting. I used to preface this by talking about standards, expectations, and preferences. You know, you have your standards in a relationship. I don't think I need to sit with you and say, look, I have a boundary of being punched in the face, okay? Once I'm punched in the nose, we're crossing boundaries, right? This is more like a standard to me, right? This is kind of like, okay, we don't have to, if I'm worried about that, I may have the wrong choice to begin with, right? So that.
What are bounders?
I said bounders?
Yeah.
Oh, or boundaries.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I was trying to be funny.
I
suck.
I blabber.
I'm so rude. I am so rude.
No, not at all. You're just trying to make me not sound dumb. Well, when we bounder from one to one, my bounders. Right. but I really try to look at it. I mean, if you set boundaries, or what are we really talking about, right? The vague part. Are we talking about general standards? Like, my boundary is not to be cheated on. Right? Is this a standard, right? Or an expectation or a preference? We prefer not to be.
Or you can kind of, like say you're in a relationship with someone that before they were in a relationship, they partied until 4 a.m. So one of my boundaries would be I'm chill with, 1:30, 2 o'clock.
So you got curfews.
Yeah. I mean, not really.
There are boundaries, Adam, not curfew.
No, it's just realistic. But what I'm saying is if that person is constantly partying at 4 a.m., that would be a boundary that is being crossed.
Yeah, and if you knew that before you got with the person too, right, that's kind of on you.
Well, that's when you can also determine if it's going to be okay when you're in a relationship with them.
Yeah, how about that part, right? Like when relationships, you know who you're getting with, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's like a year or two later and they're like, you're still doing X, and the person's kind of like, what the you know what I mean? Like this was being done before they got here. What's the deal? What's the deal with that? That's my terrible Seinfeld commercial.
What is the deal with that?
I don't know. And we can walk into all kinds of personal insecurities of why you stay attached or why you would link on to something would be trouble. Maybe the Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It.
Yeah. You know one thing that, I guess kind of like that, but when people start a relationship and then they go, I don't know why they're not different now that we're in the relationship.
Yeah.
I thought for sure when I made her my girlfriend or my wife that we'd start having sex more. Right. Where you go,
I thought we'd get closer after we had our first child.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Now that we're on 4, maybe I should stop.
Yeah. It's the boundaries. I think boundaries are important, I guess. I mean, if you want to set rules kind of to the thing, if you're kind of walking in going, okay, every Tuesday is shuffleboard night, okay? If you're setting down boundaries like that, I guess. But, I don't know.
That's not even really a boundary.
Like I said, it'd be vague.
It's just, to me, when I hear the word boundary, I almost feel like that relationship is almost getting to the point where it becomes to feel more like a contract.
Yeah, right. You're kind of making agreements.
Yeah.
I guess for sustainability, right? For over time, the organization of it, I think it really depends on the people too, right? Because, all right, there's pretty much nothing we don't do together for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So if we're setting kind of boundaries like that, do you miss out on opportunities, right? When maybe you're trying to respect their boundary, right? Or they try to respect yours. That you may miss out on opportunities by being fluid or being, in the moment with the person and wanting to try things even with the person, right? Because, for you, I dug the fact where I was like, yeah, I'm going to go fishing. You're like, well, I'm going to go fishing. I'm like, all right, we're going to go fishing. But jumping in like that, right, that's how you share it, I just know guys that I know have set boundaries about fishing where they're like,
there's no women allowed or
whatever.
It's just my guy thing.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Instead of being able to share that kind of thing, I think nowadays more dudes need to walk into the yoga studio and learn why not to do yoga.
I'd just be like, I didn't want to go anyway, bitch. I'll start my own fishing crew.
Oh, man, you would.
I would. I'd be right next to you going, I got one. Wish it was for you.
Brutal. They laugh together. I think, so research has found, this backs up the first thing you said too, which was cool. And so research, oh boy. Research has found that laughter can benefit your relationship in some really great ways. That is such a scientific sentence. That's why Susan, matchmaker from owner of Exclusive Matchmaking, tells Bustle, couples that laugh easily and often don't get sick of each other. Instead, they enjoy each other's company and realize that keeping it lighthearted every so often can help them feel more connected.
Oh,
Read that shit like a fucking ad.
it was.
Yeah, I would agree. You laugh, you got to hang out. I think the most important part, though, is really learning to laugh at yourself on that. You know, if you say something or do something or laughing off something, maybe even if you respond like an asshole, right? If the person or the GU, right? By the way, trademarked by the Cognitive Rampage, the word GU refers to the general you. So no more in your everyday speech will you have to talk and say, you know, when you went to the, well, not you, but, you know, you can just say, now, when GU goes to the store, this means the general you. Trademark Cognitive Rampage. Now, when GU may say something even, you know, mean or responsive, right? You're having a bad day, right? Or something. You just...
What's your problem?
There you go, right?
Yeah.
Some response, right? Then, you know, if you can kind of stop and that person can kind of go, really? And you can laugh at that moment or any other time. I think it can curb seriousness like that, like they said. And research has shown.
We do that sometimes. Like if you know something's going on, and we might kind of go, "I'll be there. I'm doing numbers." That's one time I was trying to, you know, I had some great idea while he's in the middle of doing some numbers, and I'm dancing around, kind of going, "Come on, look at me, talk to me," and I'm like, "Adam," and he's like, "I'm doing numbers," but he didn't realize he did that until I walked away laughing, going, "Doing numbers." And he had to stop and laugh for a second, but he was so serious.
You know what bothered me the most is the fact that I needed so much concentration to do numbers. And I had to respond like, wait, I'm adding.
It probably felt like a freaking squirrel running around you, going, "Get him out."
Kind of, yeah.
I've kind of been on top
Well,
of
it
the
was
sound
the jumping
effects
back
today.
and forth from the bed to the bed, and we got queen bed. That was distracting, but moving on.
Yes.
They're supportive of each other. Another very subjective, I'm going to throw my mic at someone here. They're supportive of each other. Couples who don't get tired of each.
He looks at me like,
Look, they
they
left it
get
out.
tired.
Look, couples who don't get tired of each. They left out other. Speaks to the advancement of the article.
You know what? That's actually a really good detail that you caught.
Was it?
People usually move past that and they put the word in there and assume it's there. Like, you know, when you see the sentences where they have the same word twice,
Yeah, I was a writer once.
where they go the.
Yeah, I was a writer once. I look for that. I'm retired, though. Couples who don't get tired of each other, which wasn't there, know that it's important to be supportive of each other. That's, well, of each. Oh, well, no, they're right then. Couples who don't get tired of each know that it's important to be supportive of each other. They talk, communicate well, and depend on each other for support in life. Let's talk about this subjective support role, shall we?
We shall.
Where's the line? Is it made through boundaries, agreements, setting forth standards, right? So if
I'm
we're
not sure why there has to be a line for support.
Oh, that's why I love you.
Why would you have a line for support?
Can't say shit to that, can you, fellas?
No, but like for real.
Proceed.
I mean, I'm not going to support you if it's continuous, that kind.
Tim Drugan posted, he goes, we just moved all day. We've been supportive of each other.
You think that's what his voice sounds like?
No.
I didn't think so. I was like,
Go back,
hey.
everybody, and watch the Drugans on episode 4 and meet the Drugans.
Yes, they were great.
Yeah, they're awesome.
And by the way, congratulations on your beautiful baby.
Yeah, so, yeah, congrats, yeah. We'll have the baby. He said, when does supportive, we'll have the baby back on again, too. The baby was on, though. That's what I was like, the baby was on.
Yeah, just in its womb.
It's,
It was it when it was in there.
What's its womb anyway?
Yeah, it's a womb.
It's belonging, right?
It's in its
So
bedroom.
when does supportive become enabling?
When it's a freaking lost cause and you need to pull the plug.
Go on.
Yeah, that's when you go,
What speaks to this evidence on ye?
no, don't even go there.
I just mean, when does it, right? This is why I would argue the subjective ideas of using supportive of each other, right, is the support when it does become enabling. But I don't know. I think both people, if they can recognize what's being shared, what's with each other, what's existing, I don't know. It's the personal. Again, it gets, like you said, to the circumstance, right? I think it really is.
I
I'm
don't know
feeling we're
why.
going to say this on all of them.
Let's try to make a switch and be like total pessimists for about 5 seconds and see how it feels.
Yeah, Tim goes, well, you drank no alcohol all day, but I'm going to support you.
Oh my God, I almost just choked.
Don't do that.
I apologize.
The Heimlich wouldn't be safe unless you had an actual object. Yeah. Right on the mic. Sorry, everyone. Back away.
I did back away, and I was more concerned about...
No, I did. I did the sound.
Oh, I was like, was it that loud?
Yeah. Oh, so I think the communication, and they talk well. They talk. That's funny. The first sentence, right, is they talk. Well, pretty high standard we're starting with.
Yes, they actually talk. But think about how many couples don't talk.
Yeah, after so many years, right? You shared the stories.
Even in the beginning.
Yeah. Some of them dig that, right?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, we just do that.
Yeah, well, I
Try not to be biased. Because
you
if
had
it
a
works,
friend,
right?
Didn't you have a friend that their relationship was kind of like they didn't have a whole lot in common and that's how they liked it?
Well, I have often referenced that in my long journey in observation and research of happy married couples since 1998, I'd only found 2 couples.
I was going to faint.
Yeah.
I'm like...
The wind has died. But I only found 2 couples, right, in all this time that I really thought were genuinely happily married. And they couldn't be more almost polar opposite, right, to where one couple, shout out to you, Tracy and Gary, as always, they shared everything together, hunting, fishing, cooking, and it was always baby this and lovey this, right?
Yeah.
And then the other couple married, long time, every reward or thing that comes from that, right? Mm-hmm. Happy people would tell you, happy people, I would agree, right, in their world too, would say that the secret was not to share anything except the values in common, but your hobbies and things, keep your own, and then just come together over the stuff you agree with. And now both have succeeded to a point, right? And it's really, which one do you want to be?
Right. Well, my choice, of course, would be the one that enjoys each other with their fun times and good times, bad times, where they just have a lot in common.
I think they may have summed it up. Did you hear the squeaky there?
I did. I was just actually enjoying it.
Yeah.
I think.
So help them. I like the end of the sentence, right? Is their partners help them get through things. So get through things does kind of put a limit. In parentheses, at least, you get through things, right? Where it's not like
help them out of things.
Yeah, right. It's not just in things.
My husband has been gambling the house away. I'm gonna go get him out again.
This is our 10th home.
Yeah,
this year.
Yeah,
right. It's
we cashed in all our CDs and we're about tapped.
Yeah, that's where
the boundary is today.
Yeah, they enjoy life's simple pleasures together. Fucking subjective shit. I'm sorry. So they enjoy life's simple pleasures, right? But hey, you know what they say? Anything worth doing. No?
No.
Anything worth doing isn't easy.
Okay.
So it ain't worth doing life's simple pleasures according to that stupid ass statement.
I apologize. I was thinking you were setting me up for the worth the wait. So I'm like, I'm ready. I got this. With my double Dutch entry.
I saw. And how's it sing? What's the song go for double Dutch? I don't know one.
Double Dutch.
I don't see. You don't know it either.
Yes, you do.
I don't know.
You know it before me. It's a rap song.
What?
You know all rap songs.
It's a jump rope song.
It still says double Dutch in it.
If I knew that song, we would have a problem.
I bet you do.
No,
I'll put a good bet on that.
All right.
That you know the song. Somebody out there, please help me out there.
Comment the double Dutch.
The song, they say double Dutch.
So what's a simple life pleasure for you?
Going to the park.
Yeah, we do that a lot.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's fun. We do. We talk. Everybody's like, we know. You throw frisbees. What
whoop-de-doo. She broke her collarbone. We know.
Right, but not anymore. We're pretty. It's getting pro out there.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's getting pretty pro out there. We're putting on a little frisbee show.
Yep.
I'm serious, man. That double backflip you did to catch it with your teeth was ridiculous.
I know, but these two front teeth finally got some use.
I would never let you risk that beautiful, beautiful mouth like that.
I just imagine myself in midair like this.
Gracie style.
Yeah, like a big dog just flying through the air.
I would encourage that though, y'all. Try a frisbee. I'm telling you, everybody knows how to throw a frisbee. Get a frisbee, go out with your loved one, and just fling it for a little bit. It's fun. And just
I'm going to give you a compliment with the whole frisbee thing.
go on.
Yeah. There have been times when I thought you were going to possibly break up with me. The amount of times that my shit just went way crazy out of nowhere, and every time you would still go get it, like, no worries. And then you'd race over there, and I would look at him like, is he gonna kill me? And you just always smiled at me and laughed a couple times when it was ridiculously obnoxious.
Sometimes you threw it so badly, I could not help but just fall on the ground cracking up.
It was really difficult for me because I'm fairly athletic, and
picturing it now.
Oh God, I wanted to choke myself. I was literally watching tutorials of like.
You were too.
I was, because I don't like to be sucky at something, and I was really sucky.
You're really good now.
I'm not really good, but I'm way better.
You're really good now to what you were.
A good one.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate that. All you can do is just go get it and fling it back, right? Go get it and fling it back. But I know I was getting my workout in.
Oh, gosh, yeah. And we're pretty good about having Gracie chase us. And she is so beautiful and graceful and chases us so fast. She's like a horse mixed with a cheetah.
Sponsored by Sun Frisbee. Next segment. So a life pleasure, going to the park. I dig that. I mean, we do that. We try to do it 5 days a week. We don't always get 5 days a week, but we try to 5 days a week, catch the sunset too. We're out there right at that last hour to the sunset, flinging the Frisbee around.
Today we got pretty competitive where we didn't want to let that sun go away. We are still going.
Yeah, it was good running today. It was probably going to be one of the last cold days in Florida.
Yeah, I'm not so excited about the muggy part I hear about that I haven't been able to experience yet.
I used to call it the sticky grossness.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I've heard of swamp ass.
Yeah, I've referred to it as the sticky grossness of Florida, but we're going to live across the street from the beach.
True that.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Word.
Yeah, we'll be surfing. We'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be wonderful. At least we won't be in Arizona when it's 148 at sunset.
What did I tell you?
It was very hot. Holy hell.
Yes, it was super hot.
I want to make t-shirts. I survived the hottest summer or the hottest heat ever in Arizona in the United States ever. Try to throw Frisbee in that. You know where we got training? We got training in 185 degree weather at sunset, flinging a Frisbee for 7 minutes before we both drug our asses home.
Yeah, we didn't get to stay out very long.
God.
We did run through the sprinklers, though, at the end.
That was fun.
Yeah, we always would try to get into the sprinklers and the dogs.
We got to it. We were throwing the Frisbee when the sprinklers would come on, right there at kind of sunset, trying to bring it down a couple fucking 100 degrees.
One time we were playing Frisbee, and if there was a camera filming it, we would probably look like swingers. It was so funny. So we're just kind of like playing back and forth, and this young couple walks up, and they're pushing their baby that's like, I don't know, maybe a year. But Adam's kind of standing over with his hand on his side, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? You play?" Yeah.
Well, he had a Frisbee.
Yeah, because he had a different kind. He's like, yeah, you mind if I join in? And we're like, yeah, sure. And so they have a good time. They're playing the Frisbee and stuff, and then it's it's time to say goodbye. And we were, enjoying the conversation.
I don't know what's coming.
I know, but it was so weird. They give you that vibe that they were like, okay, well, it was fun. Like that walking backwards.
Okay, well, it was more like her going, I'm going to take my husband home now. He's played for 5 minutes. Come on, Matthew.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, bye. I was like, see you, buddy.
Then the next time that they see us, it's like they stopped for a second.
They kind of stopped, but this time, no Frisbee.
Yeah, they're going, oh, God, there they are. just walk straight. If the baby's not crying, make the baby cry so we can leave right when we see them closer. And me and Adam were like, hey,
how you guys doing? Want to catch it? Flung it and hit the baby.
Come back. I'm sorry. We're walking home. We started laughing out loud. And I was like, do you think we failed that we made them feel that way?
We were like, they were totally awkward. They were like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So then it was like, okay, we go at 5:30. Let's change. We're going to go at 6:30.
We did. We changed that 30 minutes. That's all we had anyway. Changed it 30 minutes. That was funny.
Just so we didn't have to get that awkward stroll up.
Hey, Melissa, she posted the jump rope song.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. What's up, Alexis? We are definitely telling you about it. Alexis over there sitting in the heat, too.
Oh, Lexi Lou, my beautiful daughter.
Yeah, I would like to bring up the link that was posted here. I could probably try to play it, but we're live. I'm worried it'll take it off. So,
oh, my sister.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know it was that. I thought you meant Melissa from your high school.
No. Oh, no. She's probably cut someone and went to sleep.
That's funny.
Serious. Melissa was no joke. She was gangster.
Gangsta.
Serious.
When she would walk in, you'd hear all the things going.
I was worried once. I'm like, seriously? Melissa's mad at me? I didn't do nothing. For real?
You're like, what?
What?
Who told her? What?
Yeah.
What happened?
Seriously. Her husband's like in the bathroom now with the door locked.
He's like, sorry, man. I don't know what I was supposed to do, but she said she'd kill me if I did her with the knife again.
Come out.
Oh, great.
Jersey heard the knocking. My bad. All right. No one's here, Jersey. It's all righty. We have moved the studio out into the whole portion of the house now, so the dogs are also on the podcast now.
Yeah.
So the park.
Okay, that's life.
Simple pleasures. Yeah, I do like that simple pleasure at the park. And I would just, I don't know, a simple pleasure that we share, I think, man, I got a lot. There's like 4 or 5. You know what? The fact that we sit down every morning and have coffee before we do anything.
Yeah, I do love that.
That we sit outside and the dog's out and it's like boom with the coffee, a few sips of the coffee, sun's coming and we face the sunrise too, so it's kind of like coming up with a little thing through the oak trees there. So fucking beautiful.
It is nice. It's a nice slow pace to start your morning. However, I would say that was one of your boundaries, if you recall.
Yeah. See, yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna get email. No, so I'm jokingly sort of said I have just one. No, joking. These are my boundaries. I set my boundaries.
Yeah.
So I set a healthy boundary in the beginning, and my healthy boundary was that all I ask is, can you just make coffee in the morning?
He did say that, and I agreed.
And you agreed. That's the only request I had.
And every morning I get up and I make coffee. Sometimes I'm really slick, though, and I put the timer on.
Yeah, and you have it made either way.
I'm like, I might have gotten up at 5:30 and you don't even know.
That's it. But we do share those responsibilities. I mean, think of, you make a green shake someday, I make the green shake someday. That's a little simple pleasure that I like sharing with you. It's just, we always toast to the green shake, Yeah. Down that and being healthy. I mean, there's a lot that we share. That's cool, man. We're not so bad after all.
Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
So what they said about it was, when you've been together for a long time, the big vacations and grand gestures aren't as important as the small everyday things. They have learned to enjoy life's simple pleasures, whatever that means to them. Finally, they're recognizing their subjectiveness. Whether it be going to Starbucks, advertising there. Mm-hmm. Whether it be going to Starbucks for a coffee on Saturday, listening to a song on the radio that they both love, or sharing inside jokes. It's the little things that count and bond them. I would agree. We sit out back. Some nights we sit out back. It's no drink March for us. So after March, but sometimes we sit out back with a good bottle of wine. We crank up some music and just talk.
That's one thing that we do really well. I just said do.
You did.
That we do. That's something that we accomplish really well together.
That we don't share.
Is that we do kind of like party together without other people and still feels like it's a party,
It is.
It's like, so what's going on?
Are you kidding? In Arizona, they got pornographic out back.
Whoa.
Too much?
Too much.
Not for me. I'm not shy.
I know. He made
You're not
these.
shy
He
either.
made these misters.
Yeah.
and it felt
We
really
tried to
good.
survive that out
Yeah.
back in Arizona, so we had like hoses rigged up. I made like 17 different misters coming from everywhere. I had 4 fans on the corner blowing the misters everywhere. Had the
Yeah.
hose going at the top of the tent, so we're showering down at the same time, playing loud music, red lights out back, sitting on the wicker throne.
It was fun, and we had a crazy night.
Nights.
Well, I was talking about the crazy one where we were naked on the misters, and it was just the red lighting.
Yeah, alrighty. Moving forward, I forgot who was listening.
Well, who cares? All my kids are adults, so I don't give a crap.
Cha-ching.
No, that was fun. It was
Hell
nobody else could see us. We had those whatever those things are, the blind
The
things.
bamboo shades. I
Yeah.
put those things up too. I was trying to
Yeah.
make a little tiki hut
He
type
was
thing.
so great about that, turning nothing into something. It was.
I've been doing that with myself my whole life. That's why I'm so good at it.
You were very creative with that little section in the backyard.
It was fun. It was little things you got to do, right? So it is the little things, apparently. Hey, bustle.com, not bad. All right.
Right.
All right. Their sleeping habits match. All right. Let's see. I don't know. Do their sleeping habits match?
I don't think that's
Our
how
sleeping
we-
habits match because we do everything together, so it has to match.
Yeah, it has to match. One person is tortured 1 hour or the other, but it has to match. I said, go to sleep, damn it.
Go to sleep, Patricia.
Oh, that's not a good phrase.
That's hilarious. Oh, we just shared inside jokes. Was that a little?
We did.
was
Yes,
a little
that
moment?
was funny. It
Somebody
was
just
funny.
totally puked. Like, I hate
There's a few people that would get that joke with us,
you. Yeah.
like Sean.
Yeah, he would. He doesn't have social media. He's off the grid. He's yeah.
I just said, oh.
No. So, I don't know what do y'all think about that. Your sleeping habits. And mind you, what do you all think about any of these anyway? Comment here. I keep going back to the things to look. If, talk about your little simple pleasures, how you're supportive of each other, if you laugh together or cry together or yell at each other, whatever, what your boundaries are that you established in the relationships, whatever you're going through or use or work or whatever you think too. And do you think the sleeping habits match of couples who don't get sick of each other? It seems kind of oxymoron, really, is you sleep every moment together, you're awake every single moment together, you never get sick of each other, but yet learn to set your boundaries and create space to be alone.
Yeah, I think that one's kind of stupid.
Yeah. On average, couples stop going to bed. Well, see, here I would agree. I'm going to lean toward this. I should have read it.
You should have read it, and I'm like,
Yeah. On average, couples stop going to bed together about 3 years or so into the relationship. It's over. It's over.
yeah, that sucks.
I'm biased. Some people are like, we haven't slept in the same room in decades.
Oh, I would not be your.
Can you- no.
Nope. I don't need
But
a
what if they
roommate.
snore really bad?
Well, what do you think?
Oh, I would. I'm saying. Usually
I'm
it's
saying-
the guy that snores. You know?
Well, I don't. Even if somebody snored so bad,
Right.
I would just figure out a way.
Smoke
to
a heavier indica.
Yes.
Recommended.
Or I would make sure I fell asleep first.
Yeah, I like it. So, I would agree, man. I know you may have different work schedules, right? Some people work those odd end schedules, but look, if it may end the marriage, it may end the relationship. So, you can't just really say, hey, it's the work schedule that I got, so you got to deal with it, right?
Well, I mean, the work schedule I can relate to, and I can understand if you're doing
Sure.
that to support your family, your children, or whatever. But that doesn't mean you can't have an afternoon nap together, or
look at you getting all creative. I dig
or
it.
like if I knew that you were getting ready to get up and leave, and I was getting ready to come in and go to sleep, I'd make sure I showered real quick before I jumped in bed before you got up and left.
Christy's like, fuck that shit. I'm going to sleep first. He can come in later because he snores too much.
That's funny.
But at least she's timing it, though. You know what I mean? She's like,
Yeah.
all right, he's out. And 5, 4.
But see, she comes across as the type of woman that would say that to his face, so it would be fine.
You're right.
You know what I mean? To where he'd probably be like going this, okay, I'll see you later.
Have you been in that relationship, right, where it's like, it's the night, right? Maybe the kid's already in bed, or maybe no kid, right? And then you just hear the bedroom door shut. No one said goodnight or anything. They just shut the door, and you're like, and then that awkward moment, you're there on the couch like, what the fuck? No?
No.
I
It was
have.
never. Aww.
No, but I mean, serious. It just happens, right? And I think it's small things, right? I'll give them this. They're pointing out to like maybe little red flags possible,
Well,
right?
Here's there's a sucky part of my answer.
Oh, Christy had to clear her shit up. I dig it. She goes, he knows 100%. He goes, oh, we go to bed together. He's just not allowed to go to sleep before me.
Right. That's what I was saying was I'd go to sleep before you. If you snored, I'd be like,
yeah, so you find a way around it. Yeah, but most definitely don't. I think once you do start drifting off like that, and then, because like I just said, the simple pleasures we share, like the morning coffee every morning, despite how busy or how hectic the day's about to get or be, it's like,
I think that's kind of an expectation of ours, to where if you're not going to come sit down with me, where you go, I'm going to go do this. You know what I mean? It would be I'm not going to be there.
Yeah, you almost got to call in.
Yeah. I'd be like texting you going, where the fuck are you? You said.
You have the coffee smell, so it's like the best.
Or like that, yeah. No, I'd be that crazy woman that goes, I have your coffee. It's been waiting. Yeah.
Just sitting above you with a steaming hot fucking pot. Like,
you said I had to just make coffee.
God. Have you thought about this?
No. I did that video to my kids. Remember that? I used to compete with my kids and stuff like that. We would do little fun commercials or stuff like that were just funny since they were little. And I did a video where I was drinking a glass of wine and I was singing a song saying all by myself.
Oh, yeah, that when you were acting like that, someone
and it
broken
was that
hearted.
same expression that I'll be there when I'm done.
All teary-eyed, drinking the wine. Yeah, that was pretty intense.
It was funny.
Yeah, Twitter would tear you up nowadays.
Oh, they already did on Facebook, or not Twitter, but Facebook. A dude messaged me and said, what kind of an example of a mother are you? And I go, the mother you always wish you fucking had. That one. Delete me.
That's why
remove me.
Keep going.
To me, for someone to take the time it was clearly a joke and funny as fuck. And if you didn't think it was, then you were probably not my kind of friend.
I would agree.
I wasn't feeling that vibe.
Moving on.
Proceed.
I was waiting for permission. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
According to Banter, really? Branter? 75% of couples don't go to bed together? What the fuck? Really? Who the fuck is Branter?
According to Branter, he's the bitter bitch that sits in the corner.
Coach at Sleep Zoo. He's a certified sleep science coach at Sleep Zoo.
Oh, nice.
Well, no wonder 75% of his couples don't go to sleep.
Are they human?
That was a bad joke, huh?
No, it was okay.
All right, it landed softly inside of my own head.
Yeah.
75% of couples don't go to bed together. And research shows that couples whose sleep patterns are mismatched report more disagreement, less serious conversations, and less sex.
I'd be divorced.
Chrissy says those 75% are those pissed off about not getting laid enough.
That's right. Remember.
I agree. Remember?
Yeah, remember.
No.
More sex what's his face's solution to marriage.
Cat Williams?
Yeah.
You're being the PC version, sure. Mm-hmm. Do mo fucking.
Yeah.
My voice is scratched from all the yelling. Crazy. So, where is it? There's something very comforting about falling asleep with someone by your side, she says. If we go to sleep to an empty bed and wake up to one, we feel pang of loneliness. We feel a pang? Have you ever felt a pang?
No. I had lots of jokes for that, and I just totally bit my tongue.
Hold!
Yes. I really had just the entire episode of Braveheart going on. Hold.
Yeah. Alexis agrees. Alexis agrees to, stop going to bed. It does. I think it's a telltale sign.
Yeah.
I do. Relationship coach tells bustle couples to go to bed, stick together for a long time. Although it can be difficult to make busy schedules line up, this is what we were talking about before. Noel says a simple goodnight kiss before the other stays up to finish work. See, I would agree. That's why I said that creepy feeling when you're on the couch and you just hear kadoom.
Yeah.
And
nothing.
Yeah.
No, that's so rude.
Like a fucking ghost just went away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you're just roommates and you're sick of each other already.
Yeah, it's so better than no bedtime rituals at all. Yeah, I would agree with that. Mm-hmm. At least, some sort of ritual. A good, even a long.
I want to feel special, than different from somebody that's just a house guest.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't have to go and kiss your house guest goodnight. You know,
It's true.
I like to feel special in the reverse.
Agreed. I dig it. I like this. Yeah, I like the morning snuggle.
Yeah, that is really important to you. I like it too. I wasn't used to that, so it was really fun getting used to
I like the morning snuggle.
and craving it.
It brings other things into the conversation.
All right.
The morning snuggle. They are highly responsive to each other. Oh, go on. I mean, does this mean highly reactive, like baking soda and vinegar, or oil and water? What are we talking?
Well, responsive. Sure.
Couples who enjoy each other continuously also tend to be highly responsive to each other. Oh, they even say it for me. That means, thank you. You knew you didn't say shit.
Yeah.
If you knew you said something, you wouldn't have to say that means. If one person texts during the day, the other one does their best to respond quickly if they can. There are no hanging texts or huge waiting periods. Gaps in communication leave us feeling empty and anxious because you have no personal self-worth whatsoever if that's what it takes for you to feel good about yourself and secure. Oh, sorry, I was going off. That's not what the article says.
Yeah, that's not. Do you really think that? It's so funny because I literally had a friend just recently bring something up. So go on, and I'm going to tell you what.
Well, it's the choice of words, right? It's the feeling empty and anxious.
Yeah, that's fine. That's nutso.
Yeah, empty
That's
and
like,
anxious.
text me back.
Right. It's
Yeah, like crazy.
Yeah. Empty and anxious for a text. My God, desperate. No, this kind of close attention soothes us. I mean, this is responding as if we're just constantly walking around going, "Are we okay? Are we okay? Is this okay?" I mean, do we need constant soothing all the time?
No, but like one of the situations that one of my friends brought up was, you see your man, first of all, up in that grill of that phone all day long. Okay. Working. So he's all
Speaking of.
okay. And, if I were to text you something sweet or sexy, or even just something that it was clearly wanting a response.
Yeah.
If I didn't receive a response from you for a while, I would just assume you were busy because of how good you always respond to me.
Yeah.
But she would go the full day of work, or he goes to lunch, all this kind of stuff. And it's a sweet comment. And there's no return of, oh, thanks, baby. No, you know what I mean? It's just.
That's as bad
no
as people that you hold the
acknowledgement.
door for and they don't go, "Thank you."
Yeah. And it's not someone.
Dylan said that. I love that shit. And one of the first nights I met Dylan, your son, we went out to dinner and hold the door, see if somebody says thank you. Most people don't. You hold the door for them, they just walk right through.
Yeah, I can't stand that either. I try to go out of my way to really show them that I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't have to happen so often.
Yeah, it's the same type of person, I think. While we're talking about that kind of person, I have to bring up the person from inside the CVS the other
I
day.
was just thinking about that. That's
Were you?
so funny. Yeah, I totally was.
All right, let me set the scene for you. This has nothing to do with... we were a couple sharing a small, simple pleasure.
Yes.
And this happened in line, and well, let's just... we'll leave it there. So there was a young girl in line. I'd say, how old?
I would say she was probably 17.
Really?
That old? 16?
Yeah.
No, she was driving herself, so 16. She wasn't?
No.
Oh, I thought she was.
No. White
Okay.
van out front, got in the car with mom.
14.
Yeah, around
Okay,
there.
cool.
Yeah, I think somewhere around. She was also buying like the silly straw candy thing.
Oh, I didn't see what she was buying.
Right.
I was just...
So she's buying the candy thing, right? She's in line looking at the guy behind the counter. You and I are standing right behind her. Patricia and I are standing behind her. And, she puts the candy down and, it's $1 and some change and the tax part. And she just looks up and says, "I don't have change." And he's like, "Do you have a CVS card? Because maybe it can knock the tax down to fit within what she had." And she goes, "No." And there's these long silences, and then you speak up and drop your card number. You drop your card number out loud. Guy types it in real quick. I made a comment to her like, "Here you go, all right," and it goes through.
And we were smiling at her.
Yeah, we were all
It
smiling.
was real friendly, like,
Yeah.
have a good day kind of feeling on our side.
Yeah, and I don't even think she knew what happened, but she gave the money. All of a sudden she had enough, got it, and just walked off. Didn't no gesture, no thank you, no hey, no, just didn't even realize what happened. Just grabbed it, gave the money, didn't look, say nothing.
Oblivious to manners is what she was.
Or just people, didn't even know.
But I mean, manners as in even acknowledging if someone's right there communicating with you. We were talking to her.
Yeah, and then the guy behind the counter is like, I work here and every kid around here sucks.
Yeah,
he's like, I don't know if it's just here, but here sucks.
Yeah, it was, of course, when she was out of ear.
Yeah, but I couldn't believe how she just kind of looked at the guy like, I don't have it. What if I walk to a counter, put some on it, and they're like, that'll be $2,000. I'm like, I don't have it.
Yeah, I really felt like she said, fix it.
Yeah, like, yeah, make sure I have it.
Yeah, well.
Make it enough.
Yeah, she was definitely very oddly quiet.
Yeah.
About what's going to happen next.
So next, speaking of, good segue, is they use a lot of positive nonverbal signals to each other.
Oh, I like that one.
Oh, one, we got some subjective. First, positive becomes subjective. A lot. Okay, is this one a day? What are we talking here? So they, for one, open, use a lot. Who is the they, too? Who are we interviewing?
People involved in the couple.
I get it. Involved in the couple?
Yeah.
The couples research? Mm-hmm. Well, I still, though, but it's probably like 4 couples they talk to.
Okay.
We'll get to the end, read the research in quotes as they stated.
Yeah.
They use a lot of positive nonverbal signals to each other. We subconsciously absorb nonverbal interactions, let Adam add, based on your own bias and perception of the world as you interpret those nonverbal signals to match what you presume or assume them to mean. Moving on. Positive ones, like maintaining eye contact. Some may also tell you that could be violent. Positive ones like, I'm staring at you as you talk to me.
What's wrong with that? Just staring a dead stare with no response. Are you still there?
See, that's what's wrong with it. That's creepy. Holding hands by watching TV. Oh, we do that.
We do that.
Oh, we're so sweet.
When we first met, and we'd be on the phone, we would stay up all night long and talk to each other.
After phone sex.
I knew you would do that, you son of a bitch.
Alley-oop.
Oh, moving on.
He caught that one. Mm-hmm. Every night. The other night, I was chopping up. Oh my gosh! Really, this can be a little feel-good story. I love it. Or even giving each other a high five after completing a project together. High five. High five. All right. Well, look, you laughed at high five. Maybe they're right. Mm-hmm. The other night, I was chopping tomatoes at dinner, and he said, and what? A dinner salad on the cutting board. He kept moving as I chopped. My boyfriend put his hand on the board and steadied it for me so I could finish the task, she says. It was that small gesture that I noticed that he cared for me, and I didn't cut my finger off. I added that.
That was much better.
Yeah, I thought so. I'd have been like, he held the board and then I cut his finger off instead. They learn new things together. I dig that.
That got dark really quick. I can't just let that slide. Where did all that come from?
I don't know. Chopping board and I don't know.
Okay.
I'm moving on.
Okay.
They learn new things together. I like that. We're about to surf all year together. I've surfed before though, but you're going to learn a new thing.
Have I taught you anything?
Oh man, have you taught me anything? Are we talking funny things or life things or sexual things?
No, not that. We're talking about like you've taught me like a lot of things, you know.
I wish I could be arrogant enough to tell you that you have taught me it fully, but I have not mastered the task whatsoever, and so I am trying to learn how to do it better. And I wish I could respond to say, you've taught me how to do this, because I don't do it nearly as at least genuine as you do, which is genuinely care about somebody directly other than yourself and some automatic thought. You have an automatic thought of other people in your life, even before that quiet, selfish filter we all have that I like to think we all have. Yours goes missing somewhere. I don't know where yours went.
Oh, you're sweet.
Yeah, so I'm not there more than likely. I may not be there before, but that's what I'm trying to learn from you. If I should say to learn something that's very valuable to me, is how to really do that and be that way genuinely, not because you're aware that you need to be.
Well, that's very kind of you. I have a speech. Hold on. That's very sweet of you. You're the same. You do it actually in different ways. I know that people that are your friends or that even have gotten to know you, if they needed something from you, some sort of help, not one of your friends would be hesitant to call you, that you would figure something out for them.
No.
That's true. You know that.
Thank you. I try.
I've noticed that about you. That's very attractive about you. You have a lot of simple habits that are, to me, amazing. I'm learning, this is one thing that I'm learning, is to recognize that, not to assume immediately that person has a negative response or negative outlook or even negative in general, just because of your previous relationships or your own personal experience doesn't mean that they're going to think the same as you do. That's one thing that I've learned about you, that I've really learned to love is, I've never felt questioned by you as far as if I did something bad, meaning bad as in intentional to be mean or, I've never felt like you've ever thought negative of me in that way.
Yeah, well, that's what I was kind of saying before, is you never have to explain if you did something to hurt my feelings. You don't have to explain that you didn't mean to. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of safely assuming you didn't mean to do that. Because if you meant to do that, you are meticulous and evil.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so rather than thinking, right, I think I refer to that a lot as the first filter.
Yeah.
Is that first filter, right, that we all have, that GU has. And that whatever G-yours, that's a new one, G-yours filter, yours, right, the general yours, whatever the general yours filter is, that first filter of what you assume your partner thinks of you. Yeah. Based on what you just did, or even a nonverbal. So if you're talking about nonverbal, you may misread that nonverbal, right? You may misread that nonverbal and assume something. And if that first filter is you assume they thought shitty something about you,
right?
Damn. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I thought they love you.
Yeah,
you know what I
right,
mean?
Yeah.
Assume that you did it. Maybe they laughed at you because you look silly. You know what I mean?
But, too, it's a wonderful, welcomed feeling to have someone that does laugh at you, that does think your jokes are funny, or that does enjoy your laughter, the sound of it. You know what I mean? It's such a huge difference to be around that than to what you're used to. So it's almost like that shock factor where you just don't normally expect that. So sometimes that does take time to go, wow, that is that person's first reaction. It's such a great feeling.
Yeah, you showed me. That's why I did a video back when we were on the beach, a live one I did last May, I think, where I said that, I, in my personal opinion, is be with somebody that wants more of you and doesn't tell you to be less of you. If somebody you're with is going like, could you tone that down? Or if they're looking at you constantly going, please don't, just a little less you, please.
Or when you go out and they say that to you.
Yeah, or you go hang out
please,
and they're going,
can you please just not be yourself tonight?
Right, or be different,
Yeah.
And when you were like, no, please keep freestyling, Adam. Keep spitting the poetry. Or just have fun. Whatever, whoever's saying, hey, no, more of you, or intensely more of you even. That felt good for me, man. It's I dig that. So, are we going to get through all three? I don't know. I mean, we've done 10, 5. They make an effort to keep it exciting in the bedroom. All right.
Yeah.
Couples who don't get sick of each other make an effort to have sex. That just sounds so sad. We have to make an effort to have sex.
It's like, could you please pencil me in for 3:30? I have an appointment at 4:30. Right. I need to make sure it's a quickie. Don't mess up my hair.
I'm ovulating.
Yes.
Right? We have to go now. Yeah. It's important to talk about your needs and desires and listen to your partners as well. A couples therapist says, with a whole bunch of initials, guess that means she's smart. It doesn't necessarily mean everything. It doesn't necessarily mean everything each of you might be interested in will happen, but being able to have honesty around your sexual desires is sure to create closeness and maybe a few fireworks here and there, or possibly a divorce. I added the possibly divorced. Be careful.
Yeah.
You come home and you're like, you know, honey, I've always wanted to try. And you're like, okay, I want to, papers will be on your desk tomorrow.
There's this comedian that he's talking like, they're, you know, the heat of the moment with their wife or their girlfriend, and shit's going good, and he says, one of them says something just freaking weird as shit, and it's like, what? You know,
Just pop right up.
Maybe you shouldn't have expressed that so quickly.
Yeah, easy on the throttle there, kid.
Yes. Slow it down.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm way open with the honesty for sure. I mean, you got to. I mean, you have to operate through that, you know, and make it better or whatever. You know, I like to say that, sure, a sex therapist would tell you, you know, communicate, you know, what you want exactly kind of thing. And I don't know. I don't think you can shape anybody else's kiss. You know what I mean? And I'm going to talk about a kiss, not sex right now. But, you know, I don't think you can make someone kiss like you. They may make an effort, or you may not kiss like them, however you want to look at it. But, you know, I say there's no bad kissers. That somewhere out there, somebody kisses just like that person, or just like you do, and you just haven't found each other yet.
Right.
You know, everybody else thinks everyone's a terrible kisser, right? So there are no bad kissers. And I would say maybe physically, when the relationship's together, right, and you've already got chemistry yet, that maybe the kiss is good anyway, and you don't have to give the manual. You know what I mean? You don't have to give the play-by-play or the instruction. But I think after time or whatever, you better be able to be open and go, look, you know, she should be, or he should be able to say, look, I need you to fuck the shit out of me, or I need you to, you know, kiss me slower, or I need, you know, it should be. I think.
Can we get completely naked instead of you wearing this or that? You know?
Yeah.
That to me, that kind of communication is so important, because otherwise you're just distracted by the part that you don't like that could easily be changed. But be very careful with your delivery.
Yeah, say the delivery.
That's important.
But what you say, easily changed, I think is huge, because so many couples do lay there next to each other going like, I wish she would just, or I wish she would just, or I wish whatever gender or fluid you'd like to choose would just. Or maybe you don't have sexual relations or see gender and you just have a thought.
Maybe it's what was delivered with Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, so I think, you know, and you said it can be so easily solved. You know how many people call their friend and go, you know, they blah, blah, blah. And then their friend goes, well, have you told him that? Have you told her that?
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
Well, you know, I can't really say that.
I've hinted.
Yeah.
How have you, have you literally said You know, well, no, not really in so many ways.
There are some relationships that could be very damaged if it's not said the right way. It is really
true.
Important. I've heard, you know, stories from friends where they say what their husband said, and I just go, oh God.
With no delivery or couth.
Yeah.
By the way, you're terrible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or I just.
No shit.
You have no idea.
Just like that?
Yes.
What?
Where they got so upset
really
and said,
weird.
it is, he basically said to her, he said, are you alive? Because it feels like I'm fucking a dead
Her best
person.
response, are you hard?
I told her, did you go? Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I was asleep. What, baby? That's what I would have done.
Hindsight, right? Instead, her heart's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But then I actually tried to walk her through it and
that
said,
is terrible timing.
Yeah. And I was like, were you guys having like angry sex? Why would he say it like that? You know?
Yeah.
And she said, I guess he just got irritated with me. And I go, well, do you participate? I mean, there's nothing worse than a silent movie.
Yeah. Yeah, the silent thing, I just kind of...
You go, you know what I mean? You're like, does it feel good?
Like a dead person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe, you know, so I said to her, don't take it so personally. He didn't say, I wish you'd be a different person. He wants you to come alive.
But that timing is terrible.
Yeah, it was horrible. I did go ahead and say, what a fucking asshole. But afterwards.
Thank you, good friend. Check. Moving forward.
I was like, what a loser.
Right.
And then, you know, you got to do that first.
And then give the real advice.
Yeah.
So never stop learning about their partner. They never stop learning about their partner. Keeping some mystery in the relationship is a factor that prevents boredom. Couples who don't get sick of each other also know how to ask the right open-ended questions in order to learn more about their partner. How was your day? Maybe try asking, what did you do today that made you proud? That made your proud? See, they did it wrong. That ain't me. Hey, editor of Bustle, get it right. Maybe try asking, what did you do today that made made you proud? It's a great exploratory question that will help uncover more of your partner's thoughts and feelings. Well, why is it the question's job to uncover the partner's feelings? Couldn't the partner come home and go, so my day was da-da-da-da-da? And then you know what the advice would be? You need to learn to listen.
Well, maybe one of their issues is their responses are always yes or no. They're never substance
Have
to
a good
it.
day?
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Have a good day?
Yeah. I sure did. Thanks.
Yeah.
What's for dinner?
Yeah.
You know, instead of, maybe that person, he doesn't want to make her feel on the spot. And so it's more like, so what'd you end up doing? Right. You know, and to where there's actually an answer.
So did you ever poison Lisa?
Yeah. I've been waiting for that story.
Sorry, I don't know Lisa.
Oh, by the way, I didn't say hello to my sister Lisa, but hi Lisa. I can't wait to.
I totally made up a name.
No, her name is Melissa, but we call her Lisa.
Was not referring to you, I promise. Holy shit.
Yeah, so, hello.
They're interdependent. I have found when partners are responsible for themselves, i.e., their personal growth, personal enjoyment, and social relationships, they're less dependent on each other to meet all their needs, says couples counselor, guy with a lot of acronyms and initials. Couples who don't get sick of each other don't make each other their entire world. Are you sick of me?
No.
No? I'm not sick of you, so... They're wrong, man. You're wrong, Buzzle. You're wrong, man. I promise.
I miss you when you're gone in the daytime, if you ever are.
You must not hang out with me enough.
No, I do. And two, I like even knowing like you're like 12 feet away. If we're not talking
12, not 4.
No.
Not 6.
I was really just trying to make it an exciting number
30.
since we've already used 13. What?
At least it's not 30 feet.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Yeah, 12 feet, just enough I can run.
People are probably going, what the fuck are they talking about?
So this speaks really to the other relationship I talked about that shared similar values. But now, mind you, now what's funny is they proved this wrong too. Is that other couple, they didn't go to sleep together for the first like 20 years of their relationship. He worked nights, she worked days. So they did not do the sleep thing together and still made it that long. So, All right, so couples don't get sick of each other. Don't make each other entire world. Instead, they have interests out. But what if you share the interests?
Well, yeah, but...
That's Tracy and Gary, remember? Every interest that they share, they take part in together. They love every bit of it.
Right. And that's okay. I think they're trying to say just to keep it open to where they feel comfortable to go do those interests on their own.
Yeah. I think, to be able to do that, that's sure.
Yeah. Even though they share that interest, to be able to say, like, you know, sometimes if you just say, hey, I kind of want to go run with Gracie, you're not really in the mood to go, you know, do the Frisbee thing.
So, well, that's kind of what you're saying right here.
Yeah, I'll just turn up the heat in the house and make sure all the water's gone.
Whoa. They work together. Moving on. Oh my god.
I gotta be funny.
I live at no. They work together and function well in their relationships, and they're also content with who they are individually. Well, yeah, and how they are making progress in their own lives. Sure. When they come together, it's easier to find happiness in the relationship since they aren't disgruntled by their partner and that their partner doesn't meet all of their needs.
What kind of relationship expects every one of them to be met?
Fucking right. Be right. I mean, seriously.
That's retarded.
And you know what? I like I forget. God, I want to give him reference, but it's I'll forget. I'll have to look it up. Maybe I'll comment it later. But he talked about the idea of love really on a deeper meaning is loving oneself more than yourself. And it is what they want, what they need, and serving one. To love is to serve, right? Mm-hmm. And so right here we're saying you may be disgruntled if your partner doesn't meet all of their needs. For one, if you're walking around looking for a partner specifically to meet all of your needs, well, then loving, I would suggest, is not what you're looking for, much less somebody that you own.
Yeah, and who wants to set themselves up for constant disappointment?
Right? Yeah, because, well, you didn't meet all of my needs today.
Yeah.
I was pretty simple. Make some coffee in the morning. We're good.
Yeah. I have the life.
I do my own laundry. I cook. I
That's not true.
I
You don't
clean-
always do your. I
No,
do
I
your
don't.
laundry a lot.
No, we hook each other up.
Yeah,
but
but you're not expected to do each other's laundry.
Yeah, I didn't be like, all right, wrap it. No.
That's one thing I actually really do enjoy. I like to make you feel like you're living with a woman. I like to fold your laundry or hang it up, and everybody else, I don't care. Okay, let me rephrase it.
No, don't.
I like for them to feel like you're living with me.
No, that's better anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they have realistic expectations. Relationships. Well, see, how did you just say meet all your needs? But relationships aren't perfect because people aren't perfect. But hey, the minute they're not meeting all your needs, you need to question it, right? According to Bustle, couples who don't get sick of each other know this. It is so easy to be dissatisfied with a relationship when you expect perfection, as we previously stated in our last 13th thing there, Bustle. But anyway, moving forward. Instead, they understand they've chosen a human person to partner with, hopefully.
I like it when you do that.
And that's why I did it. The person that quirks, and so does the rest of the world. That person has quirks. Forgive me. That person has quirks, and so does the rest of the world. But I like your little quirks.
That's right.
Your 85 laughs.
You know, there's so many things about everybody that are little quirks that everybody, I mean, that's what makes people fall in love with each other. It's just a matter of if you're willing to continue to love that about them. Remember one thing that you kept saying to me when we first met about, I hope so, because usually the thing you love is what you end up hating.
Yeah. I made there's a cliche statement I used to make, which is what you generally fall in love, the reason you generally fall in love with the person becomes the reason you resent the person later.
It's either because you don't get enough of it anymore, or because it's over the top.
Or you just liked it at first because who you were with previously did none of it. Mm-hmm. And then it's a pendulum I talk about, where the pendulum, right, where the next person is way this person, thank God, and then it balances back out eventually. But that's if you're not aware of that, right?
Yeah.
It's true. But it may not be true, right? Because a lot of people who I think do it right, they fall in love for reasons and like somebody, that's the reason they're with them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's definitely not rational, my statement at all. So the last one is they make time for each other, but according to Bustle, not all the time, where the world is separate, right? But sometime, but then not. They're back and forth, but they make time for each other. Life gets complicated and busy. Matchmaker and dating expert. Let's see. Now, dating expert tells me, well, that's kind of backwards, because if you're a dating expert, the purpose of dating is to find a relationship. But if you're a dating expert, that means you've done a lot of dating, which tells me that you're not a dating expert.
Well,
you would be a marriage expert.
That's not. Well, if you're a dating, you can be a brain surgeon and not be doing it on yourself.
You could, yeah. That's
so,
true. Thank you.
Dating.
I'm the asshole.
That's my joke. Oh no, I'm the asshole. No,
you took it right back.
So you know what I'm saying when, like Hitch, he's a dating expert.
Yeah. Tim just went all pornographic there.
Oh, what'd he say?
I don't know. He has a lot of sex,
You're like,
apparently.
another time.
No. So let's see what they actually mean though about time. However, if you don't remember to make time, get a divorce. It doesn't say that.
You don't mean shit.
Whatever sans kids means, I don't know. Sans kids, job responsibilities, and family. You could forget about how things were when there were less responsibilities. Couples who keep things interesting know how to prioritize their relationship and make an effort to be with each other. They don't just make time when they can, they fit time into their already busy schedules. Don't let life get in the way. No, life will happen. Sorry.
You know what? I don't think to myself, I need to schedule time. I mean, it sucks. I can't really use us as an example because we do spend almost all the time together. But I wouldn't want to be in a relationship where I felt like they felt obligated to schedule time. I just would want them to go, I miss my baby girl. I gotta go, man. I'm off work. I want to go home to my wife or my girlfriend. You know,
Well,
like
then
where
some
they desire
dating
it.
experts would tell you, well, it's important to make a dating night. But doesn't date night for a lot of relationships just turn into movie and fried basket food?
It turns into an obligation.
Right.
I gotta go, man. It's Thursday. She'll fucking kill me if I'm not home.
Yeah, not tonight, guys. Okay.
Yeah, like such a disappointment. Instead, why not in the morning? And hey, you know what? I'm off at 6. What time are you gonna get off? You want to meet here?
Yeah. And find little pleasures and maybe that, yeah, exercise those. Yeah, look for small little pleasures in your relationship out there and try to magnify those. That's something I would do.
You're really, really good at being spontaneous. Like, he usually doesn't tell me where we're going. He'll say, kind of like, because he knows I kind of like that, you know, but he'll say, just throw on some tennis shoes and blah, blah, blah.
Well, I got to
like,
tell you what the attire.
yeah.
I usually
and then
give
I
you the
figure it
attire.
out. Yeah.
Throw on the little black dress or
Yeah.
throw on the dress comfortable or,
Right.
yeah.
Like the first time we went out to kind of like out here, that's what he did. He just said, I like that spaghetti string black dress. Throw that one on. And we're going out. Make sure you put your sexy heels on, you know, because he knows I like to do that when I'm going out. And
Some women are like, you order her around like that? You tell her what to wear? I'm like, no, that just...
no, not at all.
Thank you for clarifying.
No, I don't need to clarify that. I mean, I think I was, I even if you did, think about all those movies where they have that husband or boyfriend that throws that dress on the bed. That's pretty much implying put that shit on. What's the difference between you saying, I like that spaghetti string black dress?
Yeah. Melissa is backing you up there, but she says, yeah, but you need to be comfortable to be on your own, too.
Melissa who?
Your sister.
Bustillos?
Mm-hmm.
We need to be comfortable.
Yeah. Well, no, she's just talking in general like we were.
Oh.
Anybody worth being with makes, yes, she's backing you up here on this one too.
Yeah.
I would agree with this. Anybody worth being with will make themselves a big part of your life and not think twice about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if it's important to you, you find a way. If it's not, you find the excuse.
Well, I think that's a good way to end it right there. The way they ended the article, I think they could have probably just titled the article the same thing, although it's terribly titled, and then just written this paragraph, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And leave out the other things. All right, this is the best it probably gets. But to round out the article, again, tapping out, trying to read the actual title of the article is 13 Common Habits of Couples Who Don't Get Sick of Each Other. And I really think they just should have read the last paragraph. Pretty much any relationship can be one where two people don't get tired of each other. Really? For the most part, it's not something that happens automatically. Couples who don't get sick of each other work on the relationship. If you and your partner make the commitment to put in the effort, there's no reason why your relationship can't be long-lasting and successful. The next article would read, 7 Steps for Traveling Alone After a Divorce. It doesn't say that.
Oh, that's funny.
It doesn't say that, but I think it's a good wrap-up of it. Yeah, I dig it. I appreciate a lot of people joined us tonight. And
Yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed knowing that my sister was watching, my daughter, and then the different interaction. That's cool. I wish I had it pulled up on my laptop, but it kept turning off.
Yeah. Well, we'll get you pulled up on the other one. It was the article was fun. I like it. Maybe you keep digging up cool articles like that, and we'll not read them ahead of time. Kind of cover
that's
them.
fun. I was a little bit hesitant at first because of the title, how it was so kind of misleading-ish. I was thinking, oh great, do I have to sit up there in front of the camera and hear everything that's annoying about me? I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't remember that I did that, or vice versa.
Well,
So
we made it through.
yes, and it was a happy story, I thought.
Cosmo gave us a 9 out of 10.
Yes,
We're probably going to make it for sure then.
I hope so.
I appreciate everybody hanging out with us and joining. Sorry we didn't go live this Sunday. That's why we went live tonight. We try to be live every Sunday at 8 o'clock. We missed it this Sunday. We were too busy having fun.
It was on hump day. How about that?
Yeah, we were laughing together and having a lot of sex and communicating and working on ourselves.
Yeah. Now let's go write down our notes about what we're going to do.
That's right. Oh man! So tune in Sundays live on the He Said She Said Facebook page. That's where we broadcast live from. Like, share, and make us to where you see it first, and you'll be notified when we go live. But Sundays at 8. This is no drink march for us, so we've just been sipping our Hello Handsome, Hello Gorgeous water cups. Brought to you by Hello Handsome and Hello Gorgeous water cups. Next month. We'll probably bring back our bottle of wine or our drink of choice for Sunday nights at 8, probably starting in April.
Yeah, maybe we'll go live when we go out on the boat.
Oh, yeah, we'll be...
Something like that out there.
Yeah, that's right, because we'll be down in... not this weekend, but the following Sunday. So we got one more Sunday here in studio. Then next Sunday, we're going to spend a weekend in Fort Lauderdale, and we're going to cruise on the big cat yacht down the Intercoastal. It'll be a great time.
I think there might be something special this coming Sunday.
I try to keep those things in-house, you know?
Okay, my bad. Dang.
That's between you and me, baby.
Just you and I.